Hello everyone. My name is Ryan, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we will be working with the Excel interface, understanding the layout in more details. We will also be performing the basic Excel workflow, such as opening, editing, and saving an Excel file. In the previous video, we saw what is a ribbon. In the ribbon, we have different tabs. The first tab in the ribbon is the Home tab. Followed by Home tab, we have Insert tab. Followed by this, we have Page Layout. The next tab in the ribbon is Formulas tab. Likewise, we have Other tabs, which contains tools relevant to our use case. We are currently in the Home tab. Likewise, we have different tabs present in the ribbon. Each tab consists of a unique set of tools. These tools can be used depending on different use case. For this video, we will explore tools present in the Home tab. We will also explore rest of the tools in upcoming tutorials. Inside Home tab, we have different set of tools. To get started, let's look at some of the basic tools. Towards the left, we have replication tools such as Cut, Copy, Paste, and Format Painter. We will shortly see how all of these can be put into use. Next, we have text formatting tools. These are used in changing the font of the content present in the cell. This set of tools is particularly used in enhancing the appearance of your text. Next, we have positioning tools. These set of tools helps in positioning your text content present in each cell in specific direction. Up next, we have type conversion and formatting tools. These set of tools helps in formatting and converting a specific text into other type. Example, converting a text into date or a numeric value. The next set of tools include formatting based on specific conditions, table formatting, and cell-based formatting. Following this, we have tools used in inserting, deleting, or formatting a specific cell or entire row or column. Lastly, we have tools for miscellaneous operations on a cell. Hence, we will explore this in more details with some examples. Additionally, we have add-ins. Add-ins are specific programs that help in enhancing the Excel's capability to perform more complex tasks easily by adding new features to Excel. I'm currently on the Microsoft website called AppSource for the list of add-ins available for Excel. There are several add-ins available for Excel, and we will explore some of them. The first one we have in the list is one of the most famous AI-based tool, ChatGPT. This is also integrated with Excel that can help users build formulas, write custom code for VBA and macros. We will surely have hands-on and integrate this functionality in upcoming tutorials, but for now, just explore these capabilities. We have different add-in integrations that can be used with Excel, and this is what makes Excel a powerful tool. We can also search for a custom add-in for a specific use case. Let's search for Python add-in, since it's also used in data analysis. We can integrate these add-ins to leverage capability of Excel. Please do not worry in case if add-in feature is unavailable for your version, as this is not a mandatory requirement to learn Excel, but can be a good-to-know information. In the previous tutorial, we were introduced to cells. Cells are the rectangular structures that can hold any value. These cells are closely packed and can hold any value independent of values present in other cells. Let us take an example of a superstore. In a superstore, the products are kept in different shelves. Each shelf carries a variety of products which differ from each other. They are arranged in an organized and structured manner, which helps customers find the product easily. Likewise, Excel stores values into different cells, which is independent of values present in different cells. To identify a cell, we use a cell address. But what is a cell address? It is a way to identify a cell, just as we identify people using their names. The cell address is present in the highlighted section. Currently, we are in cell A1. Notice when we shift from one cell to another, the cell address also changes. We are now in column C in row 6. Hence, we can say the cell address we are currently in is C6. It is important to remember that when we reference a cell address, we use alphabetic column letter followed by numeric row number. Let us shift to cell address A1 and enter some value. Notice that as we enter hello in cell A1, the value is also present in the formula bar. Hence, we can also make changes in the value present in the cell through formula bar as well. Let us now perform some basic operations such as cut, copy, and paste. To begin with, let us copy the text present in cell A1. The icon with 2 sheets is the copy icon. When we click on the icon, notice how the highlighted border of cell A1 gets animated. This continuous border movement indicates that the cell is in cut, copy mode. By clicking on the paste icon, we can now paste the content of cell A1 in cell A3. The icon indicating a pair of scissors is the cut icon. By clicking on this icon, we can cut the content from one cell and paste it in another cell, in this case in cell A6. When we place cursor on a specific icon, we get some description about the icon. Also notice the first letters in the bracket refers to the shortcut keys, which we can use rather than clicking on icons. Now let's copy the content using shortcut keys. Click on the cell from which you want to copy the content. Now press and hold Ctrl on your keyboard along with alphabet C. To paste the content, click on an empty cell and press Ctrl V in the similar way. To cut the content from a cell, press Ctrl X and then Ctrl V to paste it. This is how we can make use of shortcut keys to move the text around the cells. This is the most basic as well as frequently used operation in Excel. Hence, I would request you to practice this for a while before we move to the more advanced sections. Now let us perform some font-based formatting. The tools are present in Fonts section of Home tab. To change the font of the text content, we can simply select the font styles present in the highlighted section. To begin with, we have to select the cell for which we would like to change the font style. Once we have selected the cell, click on down arrow icon from the Font Styles option. There are many font styles provided with Excel. Depending on the Excel version being used, you may or may not see some of the fonts. But don't worry, as this does not affect much for our use case. You can see by selecting different font styles, the font of the text content also changes. Let us now keep different font styles for both the text content present in cell A1 and A4 and observe the changes. To make the text look bold, select the cell and then click on the highlighted icon B from the font section. You can notice how the appearance of text has changed. By clicking again on the same bold icon, we can revert back or make the text bold again. Please note that when you click on any icon, a border is formed around it. This simply means that the icon is currently active on the cell. Now let us make the next change to the appearance of the text by italicizing the text. Click on the highlighted icon I in the font options. Once we click on the icon, you can see the selected cell A1 gets italicized. The next icon is the underline icon represented as U with an underline. When we click on the icon, the selected text gets underlined. Additionally, there is an option that provides double underline. You can notice how the text appears after double underline. To increase the size of the text present in the cell, we can use the font size icon. Click on the down arrow to choose the size of the font. Notice how the font size changes when you place the cursor on the numbers present in the drop-down. You can select any font size present in the list. Alternatively, you can also manually edit the font size yourself depending on your use case. The two icons present next to font size helps in increasing or decreasing the font size gradually from the set font number present in font size option. Notice how font size changes upon clicking each of them. The next icon in the font options looks more like an ink pot. In case if you have guessed it, it is used for the background color of cell. When you click on the icon, directly the default yellow color is set as background color for the selected cell. Clicking on the down arrow provides more color options to select. These are the default colors provided in my version, though it may differ from version to version. Let us select a background color to see how the cell appears. To remove the color, we can select the No Fill option from the same drop-down. This removes the background color from the cell. To use custom colors, we can select More Colors option from the drop-down. This brings us to a custom color window, where we can modify colors based on our use case. The two options present here are Standard and Custom. Let us click on Standard option to explore the color layout. When we change the color, we can see how new as well as current color differs from each other. In Custom Color option, we have more features to choose the desired color. On the right, we have transparency bar and a triangular dial, which can be moved from top to bottom and vice versa. The second dial is used to set the color from the color spectrum. Let us now move the transparency dial to see the changes. Notice how the color gets lighter or darker as we move the dial. Likewise, when we move color spectrum dial, the color gets changed according to the spectrum. We have two color models to choose from. When we select HSL, we see hue, saturation, and luminosity. Let us shift to RGB model. RGB stands for colors, red, green, and blue. Additionally, we have hexadecimal code for colors. These codes are also available on websites and can be used for color selection as per our use case. I'm currently on a web page called htmlcolorcodes.com. I will leave the link in the video description for you to explore. For the given color, we have a hex code, RGB code, as well as HSL code. We can use these values to get desired font color in Excel. I would recommend you to explore this page, as it can help you choose color combinations very easily. As we scroll down further, we see an interactive color palette which looks very beautiful. As we scroll further, we see a similar code reference to the colors. The highlighted section are hex and RGB codes for given colors. Now let's look at the border formatting for cells. The border icon looks like a window. Let us select an empty cell to see borders on that cell. In this case, we have selected cell B3. Now click on the down arrow to explore more border options. We can see many border options available to choose from. We will see few of the options in this video. However, I would request you to test other options as well for better understanding. Let us select the thick border option to see how it appears on cell A3. Notice how cell A3 has a thick border that differentiates it from other cells. Now let's explore other border options. By selecting the group of cells, we can apply borders on all cells at the same time. To select a specific group of cells, select a cell, and then hold your left mouse button and drag the region to select the cells you want. From the border options, we will select All Borders option. Notice how the highlighted cells now contain borders around them. Other border functionalities are present at the bottom of the border options, which are categorized as draw borders. We have borderline color, and below, we have variety of styles for border lines. The Erase Border option removes borders around the cells. Now, let us draw borders manually. To do so, we need to select Draw Border option from the Draw Borders option. Notice how by clicking on each side of a cell, border line is created around the cell. Finally, let us explore more border options. By clicking more border options, a window opens up. This window consists of border building tools. Let us click on each of these icons to see how the border can be constructed. Notice how the preview forms a line around the block as we click on each of these icons. Once we click OK, the selected cell forms a similar structure border that we had built in the More Border options. We can also modify the border once we have created it. In the More Border options, select the color of your choice. I'm selecting red in this case. All the line styles appear to be red. Let us select the line style for our use case. By clicking on each of the border icons, we can see in the preview how the border appears for the cell. Once we have built the border, we can click on OK to confirm the changes. The result is as expected. Fantastic! We can now create borders and modify them very easily. To remove borders, we select the cells containing borders. And from Border option, click on No Borders option to remove borders. We already saw how we can change background color of a cell. Now let us change the color of the text. To do so, we can click on the icon with alphabetical letter A with color beneath the letter. Let us check this functionality on a different cell, and also with the different text content. Upon clicking on the font color icon, we can now change the color of the text. The default color is red in this case. Similar to background color, we can select any color from the drop-down as the functionality is similar as in the previous case. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching this video. Please do subscribe to my channel in case you like my content. See you in the next video. Bye.